So with that, I'd like to hand over the stage to Prabhakarji and let him take it wherever it goes. Jai Guru.
Jai Gurudev, and welcome one and all to this live session of Mandala Vaatika. And every last Sunday of the month, and this time it has come a little quickly. So I'm so happy to be with all of you. I see a lot of people from the new batches. There are, I can see Charu here. I can see Catherine. I can see Bharti, Pooja, Vinod, Deepa, Devashish, of course, Suparna, who is one of my Mandala Vaatika teachers. So she is also here, and Jyotsna we have, Hema we have. So a lot of people here, and we have, I use this session basically to interact with you all one-to-one, because as you know, Mandala Vaatika is an online program. So all of you are doing it at your own pace. You're doing the Mandala Vaatika videos. But I like to always have a interaction, a one-to-one interaction. So I always keep the last Sunday of every month for doing this. And the faithful few who join me on Sundays, we have a very interesting interaction discussing various aspects of Mandala Vaatika. So the way we do this usually is that we ask you to put up questions on the chat. Some of you have written to me about some questions you would like to be asked. And therefore, I like to, answer those first. So by the time you people put up your chats, I'm sure I will be able to address a couple of questions. Now, one of the questions that came to me, I would say it was quite a thought-provoking question. And it took me some time to really wrap my head around how I should answer this. And the process itself is very interesting. So I'll first tell you the question. Then I will talk to you about how I attempted to answer. And some of my teachers who are in the group now here would also take something home, because they will be answering questions from their students very soon. So they could also benefit from this. So the question was, it comes from this particular person who said to me, I have been a very, very disciplined, spiritually disciplined person. I have, from my childhood, I have been deep into spiritual quest. I have been extremely, I am a very rigorous follower of the tenets laid by our sacred texts. I observe all the auspicious days. I do all the pujas. I go on a pilgrimage very regularly to temples. And I mean, he is a very devout soul. The person's a very devout soul. I have met him also. So I know that he is coming from a very pure space. And his question to me was that ever since he started to do Mandala Vaatika, he says that his life has been transformed. And I probed, I wrote back to him saying that, what do you exactly mean by transformed? So his explanation was a little long-winded, but the gist of it was that he reached out to the divine through many ways, on many platforms, asking for fulfillment of some very simple desires. He was not asking like for $1 billion, or he was not asking like for name and fame and glory or whatever. Nothing like that. He was asking for very, very simple things, which he thought his entire lifestyle, which was rooted in spirituality, should have automatically got fulfilled. It should have been a default that, since he has done everything as per the book, that should, by default, it should have come to him. And he said he was almost reaching a point where he wondered and questioned some very fundamental beliefs, and then Mandala Vaatika happened. And he says that it was transformational in the sense that the moment Mandala Vaatika happened, whatever he wanted and more just suddenly started to cascade in his life. And his question was very interesting. His question, therefore, to me was, does Mandala Vaatika by itself, can it be a substitute for everything else that I had done in my life? So this is the question, okay? So the question is a very interesting question. He says, all my life, I have followed everything that was told to me by my elders, that was prescribed to me in my texts. I have led a very spiritual life. I've led a very straight life by the book I have led. And I had some small desires here and there. But somehow those desires never got fulfilled. And of course, I used knowledge to say that maybe it was not meant for me. Maybe the gods have a higher purpose for me. Maybe this is my growth. So I used knowledge to somehow console myself and come to terms with what did not happen. But I was reaching a stage where I really started to question some very fundamental beliefs that I had, and then Mandala Vaatika happened. So the question he asks is Mandala Vaatika a substitute for everything else that I've done? In other words, if I just did Mandala Vaatika and nothing else, would that be enough for everybody to enjoy the fruits of whatever they wish to have in life? Because he apparently got everything that he wanted and more the moment he started doing Mandala Vaatika. Now, this is a very interesting question, and also the process to answer this has to be very sensitive. Yeah. Mandala Vaatika, by no stretch of imagination, I will say, is a substitute for anything else. Let's get this point across very clearly. Yeah. It is not like you do Mandala Vaatika and you don't have to do anything else. I don't think it is that relation one-to-one. So my answer to him was, all that you did in your life to your 59 years of age, the gods blessed you with Mandala Vaatika. You understand what I'm saying? All the gods that you prayed to, all the gods that you invoked, all the pilgrimages that you went, all that resulted in Mandala Vaatika appearing in your life. The gods blessed you with Mandala Vaatika as a tool to fulfill your desires. So who is responsible? See, it's very important, to be very sensitive in answering. How many of you think that my answer is a good answer, or it was a sufficient answer to that person? Yeah. See, we never ever say that Mandala Vaatika is either in competition with any other technology. We never say it is bigger or smaller than any other technology. We just say, thank you, Chandrasekhar. We just say it is a part of the journey. In your life, you are going through a journey, and Mandala Vaatika happens. Mandala Vaatika happened because of the journey prior to that. Always, this should be the answer. Never ever try to position. Mandala Vaatika does not need positioning. Honestly, I'm telling you, between you and me, Mandala Vaatika does not need positioning. It is so powerful, it positions itself in your life. How many of you have experienced this with Mandala Vaatika? Huh? Doing Mandala Vaatika, you have all experienced this, right? It does not require any positioning, right? But it makes you the best version of who you are by providing you what you need and deserve. See, an ecosystem might provide you, Mandala Vaatika might suddenly bless, Varamahalakshmi might suddenly bless you with a number of zeros in your bank balance. I am telling you, that is not the only sampatti one should have in life. But it is a very important sampatti. It may bless you because it then provides you an ecosystem where you can be the best version of yourself. Actually, I would like to invite here Charu. Charu is here. Maybe you could sort of share, Charu, a little bit on your experience in this exact thing that I'm talking about. Welcome, Charu. Charu is one of our participants in our latest Mandala Vaatika group, and you can have the platform for a few minutes. Yeah. You can unmute, right? You can't unmute? Okay. Now you can unmute, right?
Jai Gurudev, Dr. Rao. So, my name is Charu, and I started the Mandala Vaatika course in September. So, I have been wanting to do this course ever since I came to know about it, which is like 5-6 months back. But for some reasons, financial constraints or whatever it was, I was not able to. The timing, all the things didn't come together, and I had to keep waiting. And there was this, deep desire, because I already felt connected. I, for some reason, came across, videos and, on YouTube about Dr. Rao. And then also I started drawing some things which I didn't even know were, was sacred geometry, nothing like that. And everything was just coming together. Finally, on 1st September, and this is late, the course had already started. So I reached out and I asked if I could start it. And, the team guided me, saying that it won't, even though you will have 2 months, that it should be all right and you will be able to finish everything. So I started it, and it was like everything that I had, like Dr. Rao just mentioned, everything that I had studied, learned, experienced, all that was good, all that was not so good, everything seemed to just come together when I started, listening to the videos, drawing the mandalas, the whole process. Nothing very big happened at that time during the process. It was just it was like a feeling of being whole. But nothing spectacular happened or anything like that till I finished 2 mandalas. And then I also work with underprivileged children. I've been teaching them for 3 years, and they live in Bangalore, in a very underserved part of society. And I've been wanting to get them for a field trip to Ahmedabad, because it's a heritage city, and these children have never had a chance to, step out from where they live within a 2-kilometer radius. So it was for me, it's a big thing. For them also, it would be a very big experience. And I thought this was a big thing, but it just was not working out. For some reason, their schedules, the train tickets were not available. Something or the other kept delaying this whole idea. And I kept, consoling myself, saying, Gurudev is saying, maybe this is not the right time. And all those, I used all the knowledge to assure myself that it'll happen when it happens. The children were praying, they were on to, writing gratitude notes and all of that. We were all, the energy was there, but somehow it was not coming together. And then I had sudden something happened. I got to talk to Dr. Rao for some time. And then that evening, and I just finished a Mandala Vaatika puja. I just finished Murugan Mandala Vaatika. And after that, in the evening, everything fell into place. We were able to send out notes for, we got the permission from the school, from the children. And my husband and I, we sent out notes because we needed to raise funds. So we sent out the notes in the night and then just went to sleep. It was just something, it happened. By the time we woke up and we had to raise the funds of like some 1,50,000, when we woke up, the phones were just, the messages were just coming in, and half of that amount was already pledged. So I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, everything got, finalized, the train, bookings, everything overnight. And it was just, I don't know how this is happening. And I said, okay, maybe this has, not maybe this has got to be the Guru Tattva. And I was so grateful, so grateful. It's just fulfilling in every aspect, but this dream to come true, it meant a lot to me. So thank you to Gurudev. Thank you to you. What, I don't even know who I'm thanking actually, or what it's just too overwhelming. The way the response, and everybody, it's almost like the universe wants these children to be here. So everybody was writing that we want to support you. It's a great idea. And the children deserve this field trip, and they live in slums, so they've never even stepped out. So it's coming together. We still have some more funds to raise, but I'm sure that this is going to work out. So thank you.
Thank
Jai
you.
Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev. Thank you so much for that. So basically, this is what I meant by the universe will provide for you an ecosystem where your best self can be manifested. This is Mandala Vaatika. So my answer to that gentleman, 59-year-old gentleman who asked me, I explained this to him. I said, first of all, Mandala Vaatika has happened because you are on this path for 59 years. Without that, Mandala Vaatika would not have happened. Mandala Vaatika is a part of your journey. After Mandala Vaatika, there will be more things which the universe has planned for you. Don't think this is the last and this is the be all and end all. This is one more platform. The whole universe is a fractal. As you finish one layer, another layer will open, another dimension opens, and that dimension will be as deep as the one you exited. So these are all very important, subtle truths, subtle rahasyas that one must know. Whenever you feel that you have learned something, a new dimension will open up where you will know nothing, and the process of learning will start again. Yeah. So Mandala Vaatika is that technology which only a living master can give to us. This technology living master is very important for this technology. A living master who takes the responsibility of his children so that they can play with these powerful tattvas like friends. That is Mandala Vaatika. So Gurudev has given us many, many, many gems. In that series of gems, Mandala Vaatika is one more gem. But there is never any need to compare this gem versus that gem. Is that one better than this? Is this one? No, they are not. If Mandala Vaatika has come to you in your life today, trust me, it is because of everything else you have done, maybe in this lifetime, maybe in several lifetimes, that it has come to you today. Yeah. So this is very, very important for us to understand. Now, Devashish has got a question which he has asked. What and how can we do best so that the tattvas can actually manifest in our life and reality and bring the profound transformation. So he is asking, which is that key ingredient that I must have if the tattvas 100% are to come into my life and manifest. So I am doing Mandala Vaatika and I am waiting for the tattvas to manifest, and I am asking this question, what is that key ingredient? What is that A compound that I must have while doing Mandala Vaatika if the Mandala Vaatika is to fructify, bringing the tattvas into our life so that they can manifest, correct? So maybe what I will do is I will ask Hari to answer this question. What is that one ingredient which will ensure that the tattvas will manifest? So Hari is our teacher of Mandala Vaatika, so he is going to start announcing courses soon. So I leave this platform to him to answer this question.
So Jai Gurudev everyone, and Prabhakarji, of course you can correct me if I say something which is not quite the right answer, but from whatever I understand it, Prabhakarji, if you notice, emphasizes the importance of being innocent through the process. So that is one element which I think is very important in from whatever I have gathered. So if you want to expand.
And why would you say innocence is important, Hari? If you could explain that a little more.
Yeah, so I think in terms of this technology, I mean, the whole background of this is it comes from like a civilization which was so like 5,000 years ago. It was such a long time ago where the society was highly spiritually evolved, and this technology is from those times. And there, I mean, the way the society was, very few rules, everybody highly spiritually evolved, doing what they're living their dharma and so on. So I think it comes from those times, and as a reflection of that, if you notice, Mandala Vaatika hardly has any rules, right? There are hardly any do's and don'ts in Mandala Vaatika. So it's just a reflection of that.
Right. So one of the things that is very important, why this innocence? Why innocence? So what is the opposite of innocence? How would you say? So, okay, we say do Mandala Vaatika with innocence. So don't do Mandala Vaatika with, what is the opposite of innocence? It's a very interesting question, because normally something is done to evoke or invoke the divinity. It is usually done because you want something. Okay? There is a desire. Okay? The desire may be experiencing the divinity itself. That itself may be a desire. Okay? I am not saying a desire is good or bad. I am not judging. Okay? So Devashish ji, what we are saying is, जब कुछ इच्छा भाव लेके हम भगवान की प्रार्थना करते हैं, तो उसमें कुछ ना कुछ अपना एक संकल्प घुस जाता है. See, when we invoke divinity because of a desire to be fulfilled, somewhere that intention of that desire will enter into that technology. Or like in Mandala Vaatika, suppose Charu had decided that I will speak to Dr. Rao, so that by speaking to him, something will trigger and this trip that I am planning for my girls will happen. Okay. Suppose she picked up the phone to speak to me with that intention. Yeah. Will what happened happen? We don't know, but it is likely that the universe wants to give you this much. You are asking for this much. It is better to let the universe decide. See, innocence means I trust the universe to give me what is required. I trust the universe to give me what is required. अगर कुछ मिला नहीं तो it was not meant for me. Because the universe knows what it has to give and the universe will give that in abundance to me. ये एक जो faith होता है, this faith and innocence is what drives Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika is always dealing with that field of nothingness, shunya. See, shunya is definitionless. It is a field where if you immerse yourself without definition, the field rewards you without definition. Without definition means in abundance, more than you can imagine, you will get. But the desire to get means you are entering the field with some definition. अगर आप वो तत्व पे घुस रहे हैं कुछ संकल्प लेके, जब तत्व आपको बहुत कुछ देना है, आपको छोटा मोटा कुछ अलग सब पूछ रहे हैं, तो neither will this happen nor that will happen. Neither will get fulfilled. Innocence is like a shunya. Innocence means it is shunya, no want. No want in the sense doesn't mean I will not do anything. I will do everything. I am sure all of you people in your lives have been working. Whatever you want, you're working towards it, giving your 100%, that is happening. But that inside, आपके भीतर से एक जो भाव आता है कि भगवान को पता है सब कुछ, जो मुझे चाहिए भगवान को पता है और वो मुझे मिलेगा, करेक्ट टाइम पे वो मुझे मिलेगा. This faith that the universe will deliver to you what you need at the right time is innocence. Then you become innocent. Then the Mandala Vaatika puja is done with innocence. The tattva will manifest. And Devashish ji, ये तत्व manifest होने के बाद क्या होता है? What happens when the tattva manifests in your life? See, the tattva is only a program. It is a wave function. वो wave function का एक programming होता है. सिद्धि विनायका, the wave function's programming is to remove obstacles in your life. This is the programming. When Siddhi Vinayaka enters into your life, automatically obstacles will be removed from your life if done with innocence. So this is very, very important. That it should be done with innocence. Because सिद्धि विनायक जब आता है, सिद्धि विनायक को पता है क्या करने का है आपकी जिंदगी में. सिद्धि विनायक तत्व, the wave function of सिद्धि विनायक knows what to do in your life. It is programmed. Gurudev says वो program के अलावा कुछ करता ही नहीं है वो. The सिद्धि विनायक wave function is programmed to do 1, 2, 3, 4 duties. It will do only that. It has no other role. So when you're calling Siddhi Vinayaka into your life, why you want to give him a list? Do this, do this, do this, do this. Why you want to give a list? When Siddhi Vinayaka comes into your life, he knows what to do and he will do it completely. Why do you have to give him a list? You don't have to give him a list. When Varamahalakshmi is invoked, Ashtalakshmi will be showered in abundance. That is what Lakshmi Devi does. Why give list to Lakshmi Devi? अरे मुझे ये करने का है, ये I want this, I want this, I want this, I want this. अरे Lakshmi Devi is going to come and give you the Ashtalakshmi. Ashtalakshmi Var is going to be given to you. Then why you want to make your small list? See, it is like going to the Prime Minister of India. Okay. The Prime Minister of India has got immense powers for you to change your situation. Instead of that, you are taking one small piece of paper and saying, you know, my friend, you know, he called me an idiot. So I want your help. The Prime Minister at best will smile at you and give you one chocolate and send you home because you're being silly, right? So Varamahalakshmi Tattva is coming. You want to take one small chota list, please, 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 Prime Minister of India, and you're going to saying, my friend, he called me an idiot. I'm very upset, sir. Please help me. What will the Prime Minister do? He said, so it is like that. We have to know what kind of tattva, what kind of powerful wave functions we are dealing with. Just because we have a living guru in our life and we are able to invite these people like a friend request on Facebook, we put a request and the friend answers. Because Gurudev has made it so easy, don't underestimate with whom you are dealing. You are dealing with the fundamental wave functions which shaped the universe, that shaped the creation. And because of a living master, we are able to deal with them as friends. Hey Ganesh, why don't you come? Let's chill a bit. We are able to talk that language with a tattva. So that can be done only if you are innocent. If you are having sankalps, then it is like going to a Prime Minister and saying, my friend insulted me. I'm very, very unhappy, sir. Please help me. Doesn't work, right? Yeah. So I hope that answers to some extent, that question. Yeah. So let us see what are the other kind of questions. Please, you can continue to put your questions on chat. I mean, we are 25 of us on a Sunday evening Indian Standard Time. So it's interesting. Yeah. So the other question, which comes as a corollary to the question I started with, because the question was what? Is Mandala Vaatika a substitute for everything else? That means I don't do anything else. I just do Mandala Vaatika. Will that be sufficient? Because everything I did in my life up to this point, it didn't give me what I wanted. I started doing Mandala Vaatika. Everything I wanted, I got. Yeah. So what is this, or more I got? That question. So corollary to that, there is another question. What makes Mandala Vaatika different? Okay. So let us suppose you go to a pilgrimage. Yeah. You take the hardships of the pilgrimage, you go, maybe you have to walk a lot, maybe you have to climb the mountain. Ultimately, you come to the deity, you come to the temple. And then in the temple, you pray. From your heart, you pray, please, please, please help me, please help me, please help me, please help me. And you pray. And in this technology of going to the deity and praying, you can pray for anybody. You can pray for your father, your mother, your children, your friends, your country, the world. You can pray for anything, right? You can pray. So you go and you pray and pray and pray, or you go into deep meditation. You do sadhana, meditation. So many technologies are there, right? What is the difference between Mandala Vaatika and other technologies? So, largely, the other technologies deal with something called the inner universe. So, there are two universes. दो ब्रह्मांड है. एक हमारे बाहर, हमारे शरीर के बाहर, what the cosmos that is outside us, the universe that is outside us, that is called the outer universe. And there is a universe that is created inside us. That is our inner universe. Yeah. So there is an outer universe and there is an inner universe. So this outer universe and inner universe, both of them have their place. You cannot say, I don't care about my inner universe. I will only worry about my outer universe. That's not possible. Or you cannot say, I will only worry about my inner universe, outer universe, I won't care. That is also not possible. Yeah. So there has to be an awareness. What is the inner universe? What is the outer universe? Okay. So let us take the example. Let me take some easy example. Suppose you are living your life. Okay. You are living your life. And there is always this person who is making your life miserable. Most of us, we will have one entity like this. That person has no other business in life except to come and poke into your life. Yeah. Honestly, you never understand. I mean, don't you have anything else to do in your life, you ask? Because that person's got nothing else to do. Every now and then he'll come and keep poking you. He or her will keep poking you. That's miserable. Yeah. So technology is dealing with inner universe. What happens? Inside your universe, you create certain changes where this person becomes irrelevant. So you stop giving attention to this person. The person will be there. Person will continue to do what he is doing or she is doing. But because of your sadhana, because of your meditation, because of your prana levels, because of all these technologies, you accept the person. This person is like this only. Maybe this person has got some emotional problems. Let me have some sympathy for him. Let me just, let him do whatever he wants. I will not let that affect me. I will go about my life. Let him do whatever he wants, because I can't do anything. See, if I get angry, it doesn't affect him. It only affects me. My blood pressure will go up. My stress on my kidneys will increase. Yeah. I might have some sugar problems. I will have some pressure on the heart, and I will disturb my peace of mind, which means I won't get proper sleep. All this only affects me. So rather than that, I will say acceptance. Okay. I accept this person. This person is like this only. And I will now henceforth not let this person affect me. So let him say what he wants. I have to protect myself. Like this, you can change your inner universe. I am giving a logical explanation, but sometimes it happens automatically. Yeah. Deep in sadhana, there is a shift. And when you wake up from sadhana, suddenly you find that person is not affecting you. Many of us have this experience. So this is changing the inner universe. Most of the technologies that we have are meant for changing the inner universe. In Mandala Vaatika, there is something that happens. When you do Mandala Vaatika and such a person is there in your life, he will get transferred to another city. You're not changing your inner universe. Your outer universe changes. This is Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika is not about getting samadhi. Let us be very clear here. In Mandala Vaatika, we are not teaching you how to become a samadhi state, how to attain enlightenment. This technology is about how to live in Maya. See, in other technologies, you can say, oh, this whole world is a Maya. Why am I getting so attached to everything here? It is all ephemeral, temporary. आज है कल नहीं रहेगा. आज मैं हूं कल मैं नहीं रहूंगा. Today I am here, tomorrow I am not there. Today this is there, tomorrow that is not there. So why am I getting so disturbed by all this? All this is a Maya. Why I should get attached? This is changing inner universe. Mandala Vaatika says this Maya is very important. If you want to know whether this is real or not, go and bang your head on the door. It will hurt. This is real. Don't kid yourself. This Maya is real. You have chosen to be in this Maya. Now, can you have fun in this Maya? Can you have the ability to manipulate this Maya so that you have a lovely time in this Maya? This is Mandala Vaatika. So in Mandala Vaatika, that person who is poking you and making your life miserable, Mandala Vaatika technology, that fellow will get transferred to another city. That is Mandala Vaatika. In Mandala Vaatika, your physical reality will change. And it will change in ways that even you cannot expect. It will be literally like storybook. You know, somebody has written a beautiful story about how in life this happened, that happened, like miracles, you know, that happened. This is Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika is about changing your physical, external reality. This is Mandala Vaatika. And Gurudev is so beautiful. Because it is such a powerful thing, he has put a rider. To operate this machine, the petrol or diesel you put is innocence. Because if you don't do that, this will go the yantra way. You know what is yantra technology, no? How many of you have Googled yantra on Amazon? Yeah? All yantras are available. You want somebody to fall in love with you, only 20,000 rupees. One yantra will come. You want somebody to fall out of love, 40,000 rupees. One more yantra will come. Huh? You want somebody to get transferred, your boss to get transferred, 1 lakh rupees. It will come. One yantra will come. You know, you want somebody to disappear, yeah, gone from this universe. This is the perverted nature of yantra technology, which is why Gurudev made this Mandala Vaatika, where the petrol or diesel to run this tantra, run this science, he made it innocence. Unless you have innocence, you cannot use this technology. You know, all these people will tell you, these people have done pre-TTP and TTP in Mandala Vaatika. Yeah. You know, normally when we do a teachers training program, it takes a period of time, you know, 14 days, 12 days, or, you know, maybe even 21 days. Like that, there will be a period of time after which you become a teacher. Finish. No. Our training program is still going on. I don't know. Bhargavi, do you recall when you started your journey to teach Mandala Vaatika? Bhargav is there. Suparna is here. Suparna, do you remember when you started Mandala Vaatika journey to become a teacher? How long ago was that?
Yeah, Jai Gurudev sir and everyone.
Yeah.
We started our pre-TTP in 22. It was September 22.
22 September. So what we are saying is September 23 is coming. Still they are work in progress. They are almost reaching the finish line now. 1 year. This journey is still continuing for them to become teacher. Why is Gurudev doing this? Why do you think Gurudev is doing this, Suparna?
Well, I should think of the answer, but as I progress on this journey, I feel there's so much to learn in this, so much to learn. It is not, you know, ready-made answers for anything. You have to, it's an experiential program. And I have to delve deeper into the mandalas, you know, and familiarize myself more with the pujas. Then only I feel I'm ready to teach others. The knowledge is much more deeper. Every time I attend this Q&A session, I get more and more knowledge from Dr. Rao. So I think it takes time, you know, to prepare myself to understand it first, what is happening, because whatever is happening is a big miracle in my life. That much I can say. The minute I started doing the drawing and till here, it has all been miracles and miracles and miracles. And, you know, like Charu shared, I have hundreds and hundreds of stories to tell. Now we don't have the time. So it's an experiential course, and even TTP is very experiential. And we are still work in progress. And that much I can say.
Right. You want to take a stab at it, Hari? Why is Gurudev made it so long?
Because I think there are so many aspects to this knowledge. I mean, one aspect, the innocence itself, to understand that element of innocence, that is one aspect of it. Then there is obviously the, if you look at it purely from a left brain, being able to teach all the different elements, like, the quantum physics, the sacred geometry, getting a hold of each of the topics to a reasonable level, that is one aspect. Then even understanding how the technology works, because Dr. Rao uses the word rahasya. Trust me, I mean, there are layers and layers of rahasyas within Mandala Vatika to even kind of appreciate some of the elements that make this work take a bit of time. I honestly feel like, though just now Suparna mentioned it's been a year, it still feels to us that we are still like scratching the surface of this technology. So it is a bit like a fairy tale. There are many levels to it, and it's a lovely journey. It doesn't feel like, honestly, we could spend another year kind of learning this and still not be completely ready.
And what is amazing for me is we started our pre-TTP with about 73 people, out of which only 20 people became eligible to do the TTP. Yeah. And that TTP is also going on. The teachers training is still going on. And not one person has felt that impatient. No, I am ready to teach. I need the manual now. I want to announce the course. Not one teacher has felt like this. Because Gurudev he wants the best, every one of them to be the best teachers. And whatever it takes for them, because Gurudev is very clear, he does not want Mandala Vatika to become a yantra technology, a perverted yantra technology. The science of yantra is perfect. The practice is horrible. Mandala Vatika is very, very powerful. Its power can be felt by people. And if you are teaching Mandala Vatika, you have to be at that level of, perfectness in the subject to teach this. And that is why this, I can't still say that it is finished. It's almost 1 year. Still people are continuously, even now, they are doing their sessions, they are mentoring people, they are having their exchanges, they are learning, they are submitting assignments. Completely, it is still going on. So it is amazing that we have a technology like this. So thanks to the both of you to share your thoughts on that. There are a few more questions that we have and a little time we have. Okay. So Chandrasekhar Rai again asks, Mandala Vatika revealed the knowledge point. Opposite values are complementary. Opposite forces adding to zero. Bring some more light on this point. Yeah. So basically, we are talking about what we call the zero vector matrix. I think that is what you have sort of talked about. Let me just bring in here Shilpa. Shilpa is another one of my teachers, and perhaps you could address this question. He says, opposite values are complementary, opposing forces add to zero. Could you please bring some more light to this point, sir? I request Shilpa to take a stab at it so that she also get used to how to answer questions. Yeah, please go ahead, Shilpa.
Thank you, Jai Gurudev, everyone. See, what we call as a zero vector, in the Sanskrit, we also called as that point of shunya. We think that there is nothing there. But, actually that shunya point is a point which has the potential, it has the density of that particular point is so large that it can create another universe also. So what we feel is zero vector, it both is zero, but there is a lot of, it's potent with energy inside. And that's how, from that innocence, from that shunya, everything is created. When the slight fluctuation starts in that shunya, when the spandana starts, then the creation happens.
Yeah.
But it starts from shunya.
He's asking about complementary values, opposing forces. So if you can give a little highlight on that also.
See, what it appears that everything is neutralized there, that the forces, one force one direction, maybe the other force other direction. It appears that these two forces have cancelled out each other, but it actually does not happen because the energy is still there. It's filled with that energy in that particular space. That's how it can give rise to other things.
Okay, nice. Thank you so much, Shilpa, for that. So, to add to what Shilpa ji was saying, see, one thing we have to realize is when we don't have when we don't have the technology to control our external physical reality, opposites are in play all the time. If you are suddenly getting very happy, guaranteed something will happen to bring you down also and give you a little bit of depression. If you are in depression now, guaranteed something will happen to make you happy. If it is night now, morning will come. If it is morning, night will come. If you are living today, 100% you will die. When you are dead, you will become alive again. These opposites are complementary is how the universe itself was created. So if I take Shunya as nothing, and if there is a start vibration started in this field of nothing, and if that vibration becomes strong enough to be seen as a wave up and wave down, the wave up and the wave down are the opposites. When they clash with each other, Shunya happens. When Shunya separates, you will get up wave and down wave. In our life, we call it Deva Guna and Asura Guna. So, Devi Devatas and Asuras, they are complementary forces. It is not that Devi Devatas were all very pure and holy and Asuras were all unholy and unclean people. It is not like that. You had the greatest of Pandits in the Asuras. You had the worst examples of beings in Devas and Devatas. But these are what keep the universe in stability, in alignment, so that it does not destroy itself. If Devas become too much powerful, also it is a problem. If Asuras become too much problem is also, to become too much also is a problem. That is why in our life, there is always interplay of night and day. Positive, negative, positive, negative. This keeps balancing itself. You try to be positive throughout, you can't. You will kill yourself if you are trying to be positive 24/7. It is not possible. Yeah. Mandala Vaatika technology is the exception to that. See, in normal life, if you call Lakshmi Devi, just as the shadow of Lakshmi, Alakshmi will come. If Lakshmi Devi comes into your life as zeros in your bank balance, just as the shadow of her, Alakshmi will come in the form of doctors and lawyers. You look around in your life, you will see this. Somebody becomes very famous. Okay? That fame is the Lakshmi Devi, giving him all the Vijayata and everything. But the Alakshmi is automatically operating. The trolls in the social media, that gets activated. If one person is becoming famous, immediately the trolls will attack. These opposites are complementary. In life, you should know what goes up will come down. For sure. That is how the universe construction is like that. Yeah. So this is only Mandala Vaatika, I can say. In the technologies I know, there could be other technologies also. But in the technologies, at least that I have learned from Gurudev, only this one technology where you can invite Lakshmi without Alakshmi following her. This is the only technology where it is possible. So I hope that answers your question. Pooja asks, sir, when we are here to renounce the world, why it is needed to experience the outer world? It's again to go into Maya. Pooja, 100%. If you want to renounce the world, please don't do Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika is not for you to renounce the world. There are other technologies. Even in Art of Living, there are other technologies you can do to renounce the world. But you see, Gurudev, does Gurudev talk about renouncing the world? He is the guy who is enjoying maximum in the Maya. In the Maya, he is having a ball. Just see what is going to happen next week in Washington, D.C. If Gurudev was promoting renouncing the world, you think he will be having WCF in Washington, D.C.? That is pure Maya. 100% Maya in Maya. You understand the rahasya that I am hinting to, Pooja, here. Never underestimate and say that this is all Maya, I will go away, I will renounce everything. Why? Even if you try, the very fact that you don't want to be in the Maya, it has its opposite complementary, which will keep you in the Maya. Your very act of wanting to renounce will keep you rooted in the Maya. Remember this. Mandala Vaatika is for you to surf the Maya. See, if you are in an ocean and there are massive waves, you can say to yourself, these waves are Maya. Why I should bother about this? I will renounce this wave. When that wave hits you, thappa, thadak, you will realize, boss, this is not Maya, this is real. Okay? Then you have two choices. Either you can fight the wave. And you know, trying to fight the wave, how much success you will have. Or you can surf the wave. You can glide on the waves and have a ball. The bigger the wave, the more the enjoyment. This is Mandala Vaatika. Yeah. So such is the intricacies. But Pooja, remember, your very desire to ये दुनिया से मैं इसको रिनाउंस करके मैं बाहर निकल जाता हूं या कहीं और निकल जाता हूं, ये जो एक डिजायर है आपके अंदर, उसका कॉम्प्लीमेंट्री ही आपको इधर पकड़ के रखेगा. द वेरी डिजायर टू रिनाउंस माया will keep you rooted. There are 108 Devis guarding this Maya, making sure you don't come out of this. Their job is to keep you in Maya. So, renouncing Maya is not a child's play. And you should take the attitude, why do I want to renounce the Maya? If the universe has brought me into the Maya, there is a purpose. Let me find out that purpose and let me be the best expression of myself in this Maya. This is Mandala Vaatika. And you do that with innocence. Then it is supreme bliss. No other technology will come close to this. And this is the experience of everyone who has done Mandala Vaatika. Mandala Vaatika should be done with innocence, and it is the way you enjoy being in the Maya. Yeah. Does MV help you finding the purpose? Very fact that you have come to MV is for you to discover your purpose. Yeah. And that was coming from Archana. Okay. So with this, we will close today's session, and I look forward to meeting all of you on the last Sunday of next month. And I thank my teachers who have been here to interact and support our participants. Jai Gurudev.